Jillian from Super You here today. I'm just going to walk you through a simple stretch you can do after your runs or after any exercise session. Head to toe, make sure you've gotten all those body parts. So we're going to start off with a quad stretch. You're going to stand on one leg, gather your balance, grab something for support if you need it. Thinking about pushing the hips slightly forward and the knees pointing down, bringing the heel to your bum. You're going to hold that for about 15 seconds. And then you're going to switch sides. Really think about focusing on your breath as you're stretching through the movements, breathing into the muscles, feeling that release, heel towards the bum, pushing that hip slightly forward, just a slight bend in that support knee. And releasing that, we're going to get into a hip flexor stretch. You're going to take 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. You're going to shift your heel up off the ground and you're going to point that back knee down towards the ground and then tucking the bum under, feeling a stretch through the front of the hip. Standing nice and tall, chest high, and then continuing to breathe through the stretch. Again, focusing on tilting that pelvis and getting a stretch through the front of the hip. And while we're here, we're going to transition into a calf stretch. So we're going to drop that back heel, bend slightly forward, just getting the stretch on the lower back part of the leg. Nice deep breath. And standing up, we'll take it to the other side. So a bit of a different angle here. So you'll notice I'm dropping my heel back, my heel up, my knee points down, tucking the hips under, chest is held high, relax those shoulders down. I'm really thinking about that stretch through the front of the hip. And then dropping the heel down, getting into that calf stretch, bending forward until you feel a stretch in the back of the lower leg. And again, we're holding each stretch for a minimum of 15 seconds just to return to pre-exercise length. And standing up. We're getting into a glute stretch. This can be facilitated down on the ground on your back, but you can also do it standing if you're kind of out in nature. Ankle onto the knee and working on that balance and just sitting into the stretch. Think about hands on the knee, hand on the foot, gently pushing out through the knee to add that rotation and stretching through the glutes. Again, remembering to breathe. Working on your balance here as well, which is always going to help you running. And standing up and taking it to the other side. Again, working on that balance, keeping that back nice and neutral, head held high, chest high, and release. Excellent. We're going to take it into the chest now, so you're going to get you to take your hands behind your back and just opening up through the chest, shoulders back, and dropping the hands down, feeling a release through the front of the chest. Excellent, and releasing that, shaking it out, hands out in front, arching out between those shoulder blades. Take that chin and pointing it down. And release. Hands to the sides. Let's finish it off with a neck stretch. Head to the side. And other side. And not to be forgotten are our hamstrings. So heel forward, hinging forward at the hip. Again, this stretch can be facilitated laying on the ground, pulling that leg towards you. But if you're standing out in nature, this is a little bit of a simpler stretch to use in the outdoors. So with this stretch, taking to the other side, you're going to notice that my heel is down, my toe is up, and I'm really hinging at the hip, keeping my back nice and neutral, a nice flat back. Hands to the thighs just for a little bit of support. Excellent, and release. And just give it a shake out and you're all done. Hope that felt great.